And so we are all set for the second match of the day, the Valuejet Precision Tournament, where we have Rivers United locking hands with Kwara United. And in their blue jerseys, it's Rivers United will be kicking off from left to right. Kwara United in their green and yellow jerseys will be coming from right to left from our view here. In this competition, both teams have a lot at stake, and they'll be eager to show their fans they are getting ready, very ready for the new season. I'll be your highs and yes as kickoff begins on this ground in Ikene. I am Victor Opone, and I'm joined on commentary duties this afternoon with the delectable.
That's okay. Good afternoon, Victor. It's nice to be here once again. Second match of day 4. Some people can say day 5 because we had 2 matches yesterday, but officially it's second match of day 4. And Kwara United, one of the teams that have impressed me so far at this competition, so I'll be looking forward to see more of them play very well. For Rivers United, finally getting that win yesterday against Shooting Stars, it's a good one for them, and this promises to be a very interesting match. Two teams who are looking to win the competition because of the loss of recruitability this morning. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to this.
Well, of course, that game in the morning sets the tone for this one this afternoon. Already, barely a minute passed, and we have had talking points from this encounter. First was that drop ball, but the goalkeeper of that cross. And it might just be a marker of things to come. Let's run through the team list for both of the sides as they progress through the game. Rivers United have their goalkeeper, Pius Ibrahim of MNC Eden, is also a part of the squad. Lawali Mutiu, Shimaga Duke, and there is a foul right there at the center of the park. You look at the first one quite early in the game, but it's already showing the intensity of this affair. As it will be. There is the player down on the ground, breathing pain. Akim Makani is back on his feet. He'll be checking out for how careful they can be in this setup. Let's go through that one for Rivers United as we're talking about Tito Shimaga Duke. Of course, Ogu Kajuku, so in there, Buduaji David Okona Niekeme comes into this one after not starting the last one. So have Wasiu Falulu, Kudus also making this list, as well as Emmanuel Naji and Adege Kanayuba. Samson will be amongst the substitutes for this one, and he'll be eager to show what the gaffer is missing. Now Kwara United progress, getting into the final third. Right here is right inside the box. He tries to get something done from the far side. Goalkeeper quick off his line to pick up that one, and he's at a clash with his defender. Both of them down on the turf, reading pain. Kwara United progressing with blistering pace down the right. The vision to get the pass in there. Something for them to note. I think Kwara United so far.
Yes, that has been their going down the wings, spacey, putting in those crosses into the box. It has caused problems for this competition, so I won't be surprised to see them going down that route because of course if it's not broken, why change it? So if that has worked for them, I would expect them to keep on working towards making sure that that is the way in which they score. They've done it so well, they've been impressive, putting those crosses that are dangerous and could even lead to an own goal if the defense of the opposing team is not aware of that. So you could see that first one, yes, it came in good cross, but the goalkeeper did so well there, even though now he's picked up an injury.
Well, Buluaji David, the man who clashed with the goalkeeper while trying to defend, he's back on his feet, but Pius Ibrahim is still down, and yes, Okay, he's back on his feet now. The medics to the rescue right here for Kwara United. The home side on this one, Suraj Ayelesho is the man in goal. Ibrahim Yahaya is joined by likes of Mohamed, Victor Adeoye. Alius is also here. Alius Salaudin. We also have Ifan Sahid, Musa Abdulaziz, Akani Hakim was one of the first few to be fouled in this game. Chineme Chinonso also a part of this squad. And of course, there is that man, Ini Manuel, as well as how the play resumes now. Look at how that's the game, how they move. Kwara United win another foul. Well, this has quite been the recurring team. The referees having a busy day with the whistle at their lips, time and again. Maybe the players need to get to grips with discipline. The ball's run out of play, it's a throw in. But then we have seen quite a number of fouls in this competition.
Yes, we've seen quite a number of fouls. Team is going for it. Here's the preseason tournament. Is a preseason tournament meant for team to work on their fitness ahead of the new MPFL season. But when it's a tournament between big teams, of course you see fouls here. We've seen a red card, we've seen penalties, and we just saw a yellow card issued as earlier as the first minute in this game. So it sets the intent of both teams coming into this game that even though it's a preseason and a friendly tournament, there's nothing friendly about how they've approached this game.
Or runners, energy and blessing pace is right there inside the box. It's down. The referee's having none of that. It says both of them clashed fairly, fought the ball. But then Rivers United trying to launch a counter for one foul right there. Also, we have your YouTube comments right there as we stream live. You look at that clash again. And the man is still down inside that box. It was showing the referee was actually a nudge. Let's have the replay again. You see that the run, getting into space, and that challenge right there. Referee says there's nothing in it, but the player is still down. It's not happy about that one. Kimakani back on his feet again, and of course, as Ekiti local boy says we are back. He's always followed through on what we have right here. Says please let's enjoy good football today again. I beg as Mubarak or Mokayode. We're cheering on the Harmony boys, so let's get composed. And Ekiti local boy, do not worry. Sammy Bam is somewhere around. All right. Do not worry. That's Rivers United building up play quite nicely. The transition actually looking so sweet, but yes, he's a touch too heavy in that position. And there he is, racing into space, advancing inside the box for Kwara United. He tries to find his man, but the pass blocked by the defender, who had a good reading of the game. But then, trying to progress, he had a hand to his face. Look at that run, look at the movement right there to create that space for himself, get beyond the defender.
Yes, that was a good run. Down the line on the left line, he had the space, he had the pace, and he went down. But fortunately, he could not find his man for the cross. So that's one thing he needs to work on going forward. He needs to do well, because when you have that much space, you need to at least make sure you find your teammates in order to continue the attack. But he could not do that.
They couldn't do that. You look at that run again, aim get into space. And it could have all come together for him, but then good reading by the defender. And yes, he tried to progress, but there was a strange hand to his face. Look at that run again. That was a miscue from the man who was down earlier, Buluaji David. I think he was a bit overzealous with that. Well, Hogbu, Gachuku, the man who read the movement of the ball quite well and intercepted. I've launched this one. It's a long ball. It's a harmless one in the hand. Well, Suraj will have no problems coming to pick this one up and exchanging the ball with He's a central defender. The channels in which their passes have split through, quite something. Kwara United, their movement to transition at okay.
Yes, they've been so fast, so pacey, like I said earlier, when it comes to transition football. And one thing I've also been impressed is they take their time. They try to they don't try to rush football. Whoever they've been playing so far, they make sure that they are playing the football at their own pace, at their own level, and you're not forcing them to play out of position or play the kind of football they don't like. So they've been able to do that and keep their opponent at bay. You could look at the first game against Rema and ask yourself, how did they lose that game? They had chances upon chances. The game is against the Korodu City, led 3-0. Maybe because they were lead 3, who took their foot off the pedal. Korodu scored those 2 late goals, but it was little late for them to actually do anything in that game. So they've been impressive going forward. One thing they also need to is to tighten the screw at the back, because they've conceded in every game they've played at this tournament so far. As much as they are not afraid to go forward and attack and be pacey and create those chances, they also tend to make some little errors at the back, which I think is not good as much, because when you look at the long run, yes, they want to play continental. They're already in continental places and stuff. But going forward, they've been the most impressive one in this tournament.
Well, Rivers United are still walking that right flank, trying to find themselves. Kwara United reading it very well, trying to get something done. But Lauren Wajuyemi would need his boys to do better with their delivery of the balls in the final third. Well, Finidi Judge watches with keen interest. There's that pressing. Was the follow through enough? That's the question. Rivers United patiently building. Oh, another foul called. And you talk about the number of fouls that we have seen so far in this encounter. Already, it's just the 12th minute of action. There's two sides. They know how to pull strings, but they're not on the foul stable. We need something better. We know you want to press with some intensity. There's the ball floated into the channel. Couldn't get a good control on it. Reminder that Rivers United got their very first win of this competition yesterday evening in the battle. Yes, a comeback victory for them against Shooting Stars. And they will try to build up on that after garnering 5 points to the name as we speak on the table. Gives them a chance to say they want to pull something. Well, isn't it something, the breakage of play constantly affecting the flow? We fans want to see free-flowing, entertaining football, not constant fouls.
Well, it depends on players and the kind of football in which teams play. Because you look at that incident there, Kwara United thought they would get the ball back, try to pass and go forward. Rivers United got it back, but at that point, I felt like the Kwara United defender was trying to make sure that he was not able to turn with him, and the ref had no option but to give a foul to Rivers United. It's one thing we see, especially in this part of the world, where it seems players, I don't know, they try to look for the free kick. They prefer it than having a goal, because I'm of the opinion that play to the whistle, yes, but still, if you have a chance to go, why are you looking for the free kick? But it's what these players are used to, so of course they will try and win the foul or try to make it to commit so they can at least have a chance to put the ball into the box.
Well, Look at that floating over him, and now he can latch onto it. Which channel does he choose? It goes down the left. Let's try to maneuver his way and get something past his marker. Has made a low cross. Goalkeeper claims. Leslie launches a long one. Let's see where he drops right here. Both central defenders working in harmony to keep Rivers United at bay from the long balls. Look at that. Sometimes I would give anything to see midfielders drop the ball one time instead of trying to hustle on it. There's a man moving down the other side. We're waiting for the flag. He's had 2 chances now to do better on the ball, but he has had to go all the way back to find the central defender. Rivers United have a chance to build again. And look at that flu. Look at how he's beating this man. And here came Okon. Strong block right there by the defender who read that well. The quick thinking to actually beat his marker with the ball, aim the shots. As soon as he got into space right there inside the box. You look at that again. Got into space, and then he hit it one time. What can you say about the man, Anyekeme Okon?
An experienced player in the league. You could see that the Kwara United defender, maybe he was not expecting him to go past him, or underrated what Okon could do with the ball, but Okon went past him, and I don't think that was the right decision for him. I felt like he could have found a teammate or tried to maybe make another run into the box before hitting that shot, which was blocked by the Kwara United defender. But that was a good one from him. His first instinct to go past the defender was good, but the second one to hit the shot, not the best idea for me.
Oof, that nutmeg. And that interception by the on-rushing midfielder. And this is some of the things that you like to see in football. Midfielders getting into the areas, intercepting passes, reading it well, off the ball movements. Well, Rivers United, they look like they're hopeful this one with I dare say, penetrative passing. They're not afraid to put those passes in fine pockets of space whenever they're making the attacking forays. They've had quite a number of waves of attack, but then they want to do cachot before they make those passes. Kwara United, well, their press. It looks like it's built to get them something off of Rivers United, who know how to move in their numbers, who know how to change their body shapes. Also not afraid to actually make those movements, latching into the danger zones. And now it's a yellow card for Akani. That's for Aslin, and going hard at the man progressing the balls. Rivers, they looking at this one. They fancy this one actually in a promising position. They might want to probe and ask questions with this one as Suraj arranges his wall and passes instructions. But yesterday we saw the audacious attempt from Mustafa Adams Agba of Shooting Stars, and there is another one that's gone high and wide. I was just talking about Shooting Stars, Mustafa Agba Adams, who attempted an outrageous one from long range and almost got the goal from there. Maybe some of them are taking the cue from this.
Yes, in the first 2 days we saw free kick being taken, and most of them has been maybe going to someone's house to plug a mango or orange, because it's been outrageous the kind of kicks we've seen. But Since yesterday, we've seen teams become more intense with their free kick, try and hit the shot on target, try and pass to a teammate. We saw Adam Stakes 2 yesterday. He had one that was saved by the goalkeeper. He also had the second one that was also saved by the goalkeeper for coming off the bar. So, like you said, maybe teams are now, because of where we are at the competition now, they feel like every chance they get, they need to make sure that they make use of it. So, we've seen team try to take free kicks early, try to create something out of it, which is a good one to see.
Well, of course, Atinake reminded me of the days where we were young with the blocking. But then there's Rivers United advancing, and their attempt thwarted by the Kwara United defense who remain strong and unrelenting with their pressing. They will try to build slowly out of their danger area. There's one foul. 20 minutes on the clock. And yes, there is Evans who is predicting at halftime it will be 1-0. And someone reminding him that they don't play using names on the football pitch. It's good to see people have their own entertainment in the comment section. No, enough. Some more comments right there from the comment section out there on the live stream. Rivers beat them. Kotoko is waiting for them in Ghana. That's coming from Adai Kofi Frank. It looks like we have a good reach down all the way to Ghana. And he repeats River beat the schoolboys. Lashinri Muftal says up Kwara United. And Evans and Ebe says Kotoko. He says there's Aremusbao who says Kofi Campton, we're coming to flog you in Akumasi. And well, interesting comments right there as we watch for the events happening on the pitch. Good interchange, good running off the ball. And there is this one I must read from Freeton Royal. It says, I'm proud of Nigeria League teams now being active on YouTube. Well, thanks. And of course, Evans looks like an Abia Warriors fan. Says Abia Warriors are the best right now. And Aremusbao says the combination of Finidi, George and star coach Yema would make any team play good football. The match is 50-50 on strength. That's coming from Freeton Royal. And as Aremusbao says, Akani needs to calm down. A gold card at last match also. Too many stoppages. Breakage of play right there by the blast off for whistle. And that's down to the players going really physical. And look at how he's lost the ball. He has well, the receiver to thank for that, because he gave him a gift and yes, he couldn't utilize the gift. Look at that run again. He's seen him move down the channel. He's making the foray into space on the right flank. He crosses first time, but it's only to the waiting legs of the Kwara United player. Just blasted that straight at the goalkeeper. Yeah, that's in a beat to clear. Well, a big thank you to those watching us live from Ghana, Kumasi to be precise. We have a couple of them in the comment section. But Kwara United now make their foray, and as good interception and good reading to stop that. Now look at that moment, communication issues, and the flashes one goes wide over. Akim Makani. If anything is to happen for Kwara United, most likely it's going to happen through him. It was dynamic in the first season, the past season, beg your pardon.
Yes, he's been a very important player for Kwara United, and he's also a fan's favorite. He's one player in which the fans love so much. When he plays, especially when it comes to Lagos, you see banners from different section of fans showing their support from for their boy. So, but like I already said, I think he also needs to calm down. The yellow card he got could restrict the kind of football or how he wants to put in those tackles, because you're already in danger and hoping that you don't get a second yellow card. But of course, he's going to be one of those guys that can make things happen for Kwara United in this game and in the coming season.
Well, this is why we go through preseason. Wait for the markers, things that point out how the team wants to play, how they want to build up. And in the last few minutes, we've seen a lot of balls float harmlessly, either to goal kick or to the goalkeeper. And people really do not want to think of this as a drab affair at the ending of the day. Look at them building up on the right flank, and he makes the cross, hits the body of the first defender. Second ball headed out. Rivers United progressing now. Looks for that run, waits for it. And Okun finds his man down the middle. Now they change their movements, go on to the left flank. Mentioned earlier that Rivers United are not afraid to utilize all the space they can get on the ball, and here Kemi Okun finds his runner who's overlapping. A first time cross, it's low, he passes on it, nobody, it's a Kwara United defender. The blush is a spared right there for Kwara United. Rivers United probing with their movements on the ball. They could have gotten something right there with that delivery, but there was no man at the back post rushing in to tap home from close range. And now the referee looks like he's caught for a cooling break. You talk about the weather conditions out here. The sun is up. You talk about the pace of the game and time for the gaffers to pass some instructions as they try to adapt into the game. You can see Coach Olarewaju Yami, who is somewhere talking to his boys. So it's a cooling break that we're observing, and the heat on the pitch. So that's the heat in the atmosphere is quite something. I don't know. Okay.
Yes, of course, afternoon game. Of course, the sun is out, like you said. So, it's good initiative of the ref to give these players that cooling break. But back to that chance for Rivers United, they've had joy going down the right hand side or the left hand side of Kwara United defense, and you could see the cross going into the box, and nobody was attempting that or trying to reach the ball. But a good one from Kwara United, and the defender wasn't allowed to make sure that he did not turn the ball into the back of the net.
So far, no goals as we are about to enter into the half-hour mark. And there have been promising positions for some of the players, not for the lack of attempts, but well, for us into the final third have to be a lot more. I think we saw the first game and what it gave us. Maybe this time there will be less stoppages due to fouls. Well, quick touch. And there we have them angling for a cross. It's a low cross in the area. He's found this man, but his first touch was poor. And the ball is harmlessly gone out for a goal kick in the sport. Rivers United, a touch too heavy, or a pass too short or too heavy, went under control. That's been the problem as they progress into the final third. and try to get the job done. Look at them utilizing the channels. Players not afraid to make those off the ball movements, change of body shape, drop off the shoulder, get the ball here, mop around, make that run, and see if it can actually give a transition some fruition up front. Reminder that both of them have everything to play off, and yes, look at that again. It's found him just at the edge of the box, tries to get his way in the sea of legs. Right there is intercepted, and the Kwara United player has won a free kick. Good reading. And as Victor Adeoye was back on his feet, a sort of defensive midfielder is one who's been a shield for them. Yes, he was doing the turning around. Reminds one of the meme back in the days, turning on your own. And look at how he's lost the ball casually again. And here Kemi Okon coming down the right flank is fouled. Is it a sun affecting Kwara United without the move? I don't think, because the Lawrence Son is quite something. It's up there amongst the others when you consider in comparison with what we have in the southwest.
I don't know if it's the sun, because they also played some afternoon matches in this tournament, but maybe because one thing I know is that for Rivers United, they forced it to play into their hands. So like you said, Okon has had good joy going through Kwara United defense, and they've not played badly. I mean, Rivers United, in the first 30 minutes of the game, they've been the better team, creating those chances, making those crosses into the box.
Well, almost right there. Defender quick to actually get on the end of that. Oh, come on, that's too nasty. That's heavy walk right there. Well, the referee has had enough of them, and it's allowed play to go on. And here Kemi Okon will cross. He's hit the first man, body out, and it's a corner kick. Those challenges, the ones the referee let slide, are quite something. There's a man still holding his ankle. Interesting run right there. Maybe the referee's had enough of what they've been showing us. He believes, okay, maybe you have a go at yourselves, and we'll see if you'll be okay with that, if you'll be comfortable with that, since you guys want to keep going at it. It's a corner kick now to Rivers United. And they floats it. Goalkeeper can only, push it out for another corner. But he should be doing better in that position, because he had his hands on the ball, aiming to catch it. He almost became a drop ball, a gift to the opponents. Well, this competition has seen quite a number of gifts to opponents from a couple of goalkeepers. Rivers United, a corner from the right side, and now they have one on the left side, consecutive corners. And it floats it over to just the edge of the box. What does it do? He hits a shot. He hits the defender. Come off for a corner again on that same side. Well, the idea wasn't bad, but the execution was quite something. The pass itself was quite slow. And it looks like something they have walked from the training ground. But hey, it comes straight with this one. Defender blocks it out. And yes, they can get going from here. And now he's down on the ground. But play goes on, because it's advantage for Kwara United. The player is back on his feet. Now they will advance. Oh, finds him down the left channel. As Victor Adeye finds another man, but then you say it's too much on that, too heavy a touch, and now there's double substitutions right there for Rivers United. There'll be changes as we watch out for those changes that will be coming through. Rivers United will have Obi Samson come on for Adeleka Yuba. And of course, we're waiting to see what it brings in this game. Yuba makes way for Obi Samson, goes into the central space. And now he's lost the ball in that position. What does it do? He tries to find him on the right flank. He's offside indeed. Yes. Moved too early. And the man with the pass a bit late with the passing. Well, Chinedu Sunday also looks to have come on. And now the man who's just come on receives the pass in that area. Turn from Shimaga Duke. Who receives the ball again now? As they pass the ball around, patiently trying to carve open some space that he can make that foray into. There is that dash down that left flank. But you've seen this man who is in the other space. And now it's intercepted. They have to try and regroup. It's a foul one. Kwara United. Good reading of the game. Right there by the player. You have to talk about the build-up from Rivers United. It looks like some of the players missed the runs of the off-the-ball runners right there. Now they have a chance to come through on the far side. Well, the switch of play right there from attack to defense. And he floats one over, but a good reading by the defender. It's only gone out for a throw-in. It's a throw-in in a dangerous position right there, but good reading really from the defender to actually ensure that the pass was cut. It didn't reach its intended target. There is a chance now. Also looking for us to get into that area. He shoots. It's blocked by the defender. Puts his body on the line and is across again. We'll get on the end of it. First ball, second ball. Kwara United still with the ball now. And across again from the left-hand side. It doesn't win it. Clearance by the defender. Rushed into that position. You talk about that, Atinuke. It's quite interesting.
Yes, it's quite interesting because that's the first time we've seen Kwara United go forward in the last couple of minutes. And of course, everything from both teams have come down that left wing. Both teams have attacked for that. When you look at the cross, it felt like it felt to a Kwara United player, but could not get rid of the ball. River United cleared the ball, get it back to Kwara United, put it in that box, and that cross into the box. And it's just been that kind of chances where it just goes in and it goes to the opposite team. You pick the ball again and it goes to him. But like I said, the first time we see Kwara United make any intent to create chance in the last few minutes.
Well, they were trying to build a play, get a counter on, but then of course Kwara United stepping up the plate to intercept, and now he's finding me in some space down there. It's them walking the right flank where they've had a number of crosses come through again. Boy, that floated harmlessly over forward throwing. He really should have got his head right on that ball, direct it in the back of the net. It's a good cross, really. Found him right there in the center space, inside the box. Atinúkẹ́, that cross again.
Yes, that cross again. They keep coming at it time after time, chances after chances, and they've had a couple now in the last few minutes, considering to have they started the match. So maybe they've found something to put in those crosses into the box, but it's still not getting to their man. It's still not getting to the right man. Rivers United have been able to deal with those crosses so well.
Oh, Rivers United still holding on. Oh, Sammy Bam called them merchants, draw merchants yesterday when they were up against Shooting Stars. The story has changed for them since that victory, a comeback victory at it. Well, Rivers United will now go again through the man on that flank, Shinedu Sunday. He drifts inwards, finds his man, just exchange right there. And of course, they have lost the ball. Kwara United following forward. A team that Adai Kofi Frank likes so much, as much as he claims that he watches live from Ghana Accra to see them play, especially as they come up against Kotoko. And of course, Abdul Kudus Olayinka is asking the question out there. Why all these Kotoko fans come become Kwara United monitoring spirit all of a sudden? I'm seeing the fear in your body. Well, it's one of the things that happens. Opposition will come here to watch and see if they can check out some things for their team. Now, waited too long on that. And that's not a good sign, as we have just about 4 minutes left for this first half, barring extra time added by the Matchday officials. Well, Cyrus Boateng believes Kotoko will destroy Kwara. Let's wait and see. And Latipo Sheun David says United will make Africa proud on the continent. Just allow the gaffer to cook finish. Well, United, there are two Uniteds playing, Kwara United and Rivers United. So which one are you talking about? Look at that challenge, heavy one. And look at how he's darted right across. There's a foul right there. You have to bring him down before he ventured further in that space. Well, the man who's committed the foul is down. And of course, there's Abdul Kudus Olayinka says, "Go one by chop. September is almost here, and they believe the Kwara United are winning a last football. Lekon, Dynamo also there. Lashini Muftau also one of that contingent cheering Kwara United on." They have us free kick in a promising position, but the numbers really there. What's the plan? Well, the quick 1-2, and it's floated into the hands of the goalkeeper, who is quick off his line. He's read that. Of course, they ensure that he's caught that as easily as possible. Well, it looks like Rivers United are not in any hurry to actually get the ball flowing into the final third. And they will recycle possession between the defenders and the goalkeeper, who has the ball at his feet now. It might just end up going long. Yes, it does. Good reading, really. Well, he has considered a foul right there on that far side. Nice found space for him. A hold up play is good. Then he has to go all the way back to Duke. But their delicate passes from the first few runs are not so consistent anymore. I think, okay. as the game is about to draw to an end in the first 45.
Yes, the tempo of the game have gone down, increased. It's been up and down from both teams. United started very well. It looks like you were going to dictate the game, but in the last couple of minutes, we've seen Kwara United get themselves into this game with some good passes, some good attack, putting in those crosses, even though it's not getting to the man. So it's been that kind of game where you don't know where the ball or where the game is going to tilt to, because both teams look to have what it takes.
Well, Rivers building again from that flank, but it's thwarted. Well, that exercise becomes futile for them. He's waiting for that run. Well, the attacker was trying to lean on the shoulder, but that midfielder holding on a bit too long with the ball. Quite the story of the transition all game. It's remains to be seen how many minutes the referee will add to this first half. Kanta has not borne any goal. He's waiting for that run, is he? He's used that as a decoy. Found a man inside the box. Well, referee blows for a foul. Right there. He also holds the attack. And the Harmony boys have a lot to do to show that they are ready for the continent. Good pressing, really. Kwara United on the back foot all of a sudden. Well, he's fouled right there. That's a heavy challenge. And he gets a straight yellow card. Yes, it does. Ibrahim Yahaya, the right back, out of his position to foul this man, bring him down and walk good. It's something promising for Kwara United. This recovery brought to question. Now Rivers United will look to swing this one in, which they do. It's gone into the fire yards. The goalkeeper punches out for a corner kick. Reading the flight of the game, there was a swerve on it right there. It was thankful he didn't miscue that cross. Corner taken quickly. Found him again. Now you have to turn back. Delivers across now. It's blocked. It's gone out for a corner. But then the referee's had enough of the first 45 minutes. And despite everything that we've actually watched on in the first few minutes of this encounter, it ends goalless in the first half. We are ready now for the restart of the second half between Kwara United and Rivers United. A couple of substitutions made as we start this time. Kwara United starting from left to right on our screens. The introduction of a Temple, Mebai, and Sadiq Amo. Maybe might change things for Rivers United in this game. But Kwara United will be looking to change their fortunes in this match. They are behind the opponents by a point. And they would want to bank on every competitive edge that they have to get something. A free kick from the left-hand side. A cross floated in the area. The goalkeeper rises the best to claim it. And look at that, the pressing bearing fruits for them. Out to the build up with this one. It's Jameson shot. The goalkeeper catches. Good pressing, good intensity right there on the press. Coordination is good. But then, of course, the delivery, not so. Straight in the hands of the goalkeeper. Looks like a team shot. And the player's gone down under the hot sun. These conditions on this type of turf, makes it a bit tough. Well, the man was just entered. Number 15 jersey, so the Camo has had a quick restart of the game. Rivers United doing the same things that they have done in the first, passing the ball around. Good positional play, you might say. And look at how they make those switches. And there's always one man inside the space, inside the channel that they're putting the ball into. Now we've gone long. And now they've got something. Is pull them through right there. He's at the edge of the box. What does it do? The shot is blocked right there by the defender, who stood his ground. They showed it was going nowhere. It's an intense battle, interesting one, right there between both of the sides. Again, roaring to life with that movement. What a moment that was. Looking at that touch, the combination play, look at it, they went long from the goalkeeper's boots. Pius, and then the first man failed. Then there was that, and then he reacted quickly, and then it was lashed through. And yes, the touch quite heavy in the part of the defender. Defender putting his boat in the line, standing strongly. Rivers United keeping the charge on now. They will continue from the left flank. It's a cross right here, but the header is there. Kwara United trying to build something on the counter. Rivers United would read that well and come up with their own recycling of the ball now. And he's done the turn, keeping three players out of his range. And look at that now. The pressing from Kwara United is there to see. It's coordinated. But Rivers, they know how to actually beat the press. Oh, this time around, the pass putting his man in trouble. Kwara United have won a free kick after intercepting the ball. Good reading. Great mobility also. Well, he shrugs him off the ball quite easily there. Good show of strength, good intelligence. Also, it's one thing to have strength, it's another thing to also be able to add brains to brawn. Well, in the words of some of the fans at halftime in the stadium saying, "Amen, they play." Now look at him attacking space. Well, the pass finds no one. Kwara United now. Look at that quick exchange. Making something happen right there on the left side. And he aims the shots. Sat netting only. Took his chance, picked this angle. Unfortunate with the final touch. And you look at that. The quick 1-2. Beating the press, beating the markers. And of course, he waited for him. Drop off shoulder. And that shot hitting the sat net. Well, now Rivers United have to be very wary of that. Stepped out a fraction of a minute too early. And look at that, they move the ball around on their own now. Rivers United. Looks like they just want to play around. Then the question will be, will you be able to do that when you're a goal down? A pass down the left. He's been able to beat his markers with that touch. And there is Rivers United again. Across, sit the body of our defender and this half for a corner kick. And there are more Ghanaians now in the comment section. And many of them waiting for the downfall of Kwara United. Rivers United swing one in. Headed back to the crosser, who crosses again, and it's headed again by the same man. Well, they quickly send it out the way back to the defender. As Kwara United pour out in the numbers to press. Yame Akwan, Kofi Njauma, watching from Ghana. Abose Okai, also one of those. Say Kwara versus Kotoko is no joke. We are waiting for them. Yes, Evans, that was close. That was quite close. And to Cyrus Boateng watching us live from London, to say thank you for joining us live. And for Freetown Royal, no, there would be no penalty shootout if it ends goalless. It's a league format competition, this pre-season tournament, so there would be no penalties. We're going on points, and so far Rivers United are on 5 points, while Kwara United have 4 of theirs. Yes, Jimo Akone, thank you for explaining also. He says, well, it's not a friendly match, just friendly match, but say it's a friendly tournament, it's a friendly cup competition with points and ball to play for. And Rem Musbao says he's got past the Ghanaian fans. Yeah, waiting for downfall of Kwara United now. He's waiting for that to drop off the shoulder. He aims a shot. Gone harmless there out. The shot was tame anyways. Yes, Evans and Igwe with the explanation also. Well, Kotoko go Chopam Woto, both home and away. That's interesting. Lashukwo Lamidekon is putting his chest out, saying that with all pride. And there you go. How he's gone past those defenders into that area is quite something, but poor communication in that moment between himself and his teammates cost them the transition in that moment. Kwara United will now make that foray forward. Does it drop the pass? Yes, it does. It's gone down the right flank. Obviously, it's looking for how to cut onto his left foot. It's a sweet one. And a good exchange, but his touch to control the ball was not good enough. And now the ball is out of touch for a goal kick. And of course, Rivers United will heave a sigh of relief at that one. The press. And the pass. How many times have we seen Rivers United pull us through? Get the press on. And look at that. Good interchange right there. He's running to space. He's beating his man. He's inside the danger area, but he's been struggled and hustled. He ended up losing the ball. Now they would make that into that dangerous area, and he chooses a very strange option right there, shooting when he had someone who could actually make that run off him and give him something. Look at that run now. Look at it. He's gone inwards, gone into that channel, and he had a runner gone into space. You would have expected something different from him in that moment, but he chose hastily. To him, the balance wasn't there to get the accuracy on the ball. That's just the thing about moves like that. You need your body in a good balance to ensure that you get a good hit on the ball and the accuracy is there. And now they come again, Kwara United. Look at that. Again he aims a shot, but then it's straight in the arms of the goalkeeper. Again, it's the same thing that I'm thinking of. Go with the instinct, yes, but you know, at some point you have to consider that your body is not angled properly where to get you a good hit on the ball. And there goes. We have a look again at it. Look at that. The pass. Look at how he got free. A good run-off. Drops. And then moves into the space. And then look at that. He is not well propped up to actually get that done. And the cross comes in. Goalkeeper to the rescue right there. Sharp reflexes. Pius Ibrahim, the man to thank for keeping Rivers United in this game for now. Kwara United building an employment inwards in the central spaces. They run into the channel and look at the cross. It's inside the box, unmarked, he's headed. A good bounce on the ball. A goalkeeper, good reflex. Now he's down on the ground. That left arm is down now stretch. Hopefully he's not popped his shoulder trying to save that one. The medics are attending to him. Pius Ibrahim. Well, he's been called to duty and has responded quite beautifully. All goalkeepers, they need all that attention right there on the pitch whenever they're down injured. The corner will be taken, and it's swung in. A strong block again. Oh boy, Kwara United trying to build on the set piece. You look at that. Again and again. Pius showing why he's the man chosen to be in between the sticks. It's a goal kick now for them. Despite the pressure of consecutive corners. Pius. How has he gone ahead and done that? Oh, Rivers United. The last few minutes have not been that great for them. Look at Kwara United again in the central spaces. Inches wide. The pressure keeps piling on. Oh boy. And now from nowhere the game is roaring to life. Look at the shot. Phillips also, the man who got into that space. Interesting battles up and down the pitch. Kwara United, moments of their own. Look at that. Oh, Rivers United have taken their foot off the pedal a bit. And look at that, too many touches, too many extra touches. Well, they're driving on now. It's won a free kick. And promising position. Rivers United survived the onslaught. Kwara United piling the pressure. And he's down shaking his head. Doesn't like what has just happened. Manuel Naji was driving. There was well, what's you, Falulu? A man who loves to go on it, go on the pace, carry the ball, drive into space. It's won the free kick for them. And yes, again, I would refer to that free kick, that set piece from Mustafa Akbar Adams, Shooting Stars, yesterday against Rivers United. Tried one from down range. Rivers United might just be trying to do something similar, as there are 4 players standing over this one. It's a training ground routine, and the fires one. It's gone high and out. Kwara United, look at that now. Confusion in their movement. Look at that. It was running into the wrong channel, and the man headed into the wrong channel, really. There's that movement. Falulu drives again. It's fine. Manuel Neji. It's a handball for Chinedu Sunday to ruin the transition they were trying to complete. Kwara United know that it's pressure off their necks now. It's been an interesting last 10 minutes, and you would say, what a game this might just turn out to be. Atinuke.
Yes, what a game it is turning out to be. The second half has really brought out something from both teams. We've seen chances, we've seen saves, we've seen both teams trying to put themselves in the front line to make sure that they take the lead, trying to score the first goal. We've seen especially Kwara United. When you look at how they ended the first half, I think they've started very well in the second half of this game and created a lot of chances.
Well, you look at that. Now, you look at that. Getting himself in the right space, driving beyond his marker, doing all of the hard work, and putting himself in right stead. it just wasn't to be at the end of it all for him. Now we'll have the introductions of as much as 4 players for Rivers United. We have Jude Aleke, scored yesterday. We have Wat Douglas also in there. And Sheyi Oguntayo, all of them coming in amongst others, trying to make something happen for Rivers United in reaction to the pressure that Kwara United have been piling on. Or Kwara United, they will take this corner and they will hope that it puts them in the lead. Pinkerson's run up and he tries the in-swinger. He's only headed out for a goal kick. That challenge is quite bad. Emmanuel Naji suffering in that one. I was mentioning earlier on, Rivers United took their foot off the gas, and now the pressure's been on. They're trying to change their approach to the game, Rivers, and that's it's going to be a lot of work to actually get the delivery done for them. Well, he's just coming. He's not going to be afraid to try something different to what others have been showing on the pitch. Still, those movements down the left channel, it's coming again for them. Sunday Chinedu is waiting for that run. It's a decoy run, but the overlap didn't come quite fast enough for him. Now wait for that run. A glance over his shoulder across into that channel. Poor control. He's still charging on nonetheless. He has to do better to get the better of his man. He crosses. It's headed back straight into his leg. It's a cross. Kwara United will not be too arsed about as they try to build their own transition, and look at how they're opening up space now. It's 2 shots that pass, but then they will walk with it nonetheless. Well, we're waiting for the flag, but none was forthcoming, and now they will make that down the right side. It crosses, and Rivers United can intercept and start something down the left side. Whatever tempo we were witnessing in the last 10 minutes is dropped off in the past 1 minute. And look at them again coming through. Kwara United going central again. He's been fouled. The utilization of the central space is Kwara United, throwing men in that area so they channel their energy in both. This is quite an interesting one to watch. And what does it do with it now? If it's not going to bet just more fouls and more fouls. Rivers United, audacious one, good reading. And it's a foul right there. Butuai seems that's the call from the referee. They've started one quickly. It's a cross in the area. He's found him, but he's had a missed kick right there. But interesting one. Too much on it. But hey, he walks with it nonetheless. He continues his foray down that side. Crosses to him. He's not there yet. And he can latch onto the end of that. Kwara United, well, the way they have been drifting, quite interesting. Atinuke, don't you think?
Yes, they really increased their tempo in this game so far. They're starting to show the reason why I felt like the attack has been so impressive in this tournament. In the first half, it looks like Rivers United were going to take the lead or have the chance to score, but they did not. And the second half, Kwara United have started very well. The changes they made have had impacts in the game, and they've created chances upon chances. And it's good to see them finally playing. For Rivers United, I don't know. Maybe the tempo from Kwara United has also lowered their own tempo, and they've not been able to do as much as they did in the first half. But with 20 minutes left in this game, it's still an open game.
Well, look at that. Trying to build something. Effort sorted by a strong tackle. Substitution to be made. Well, yeah. I beg your pardon. Couldn't break, a substitution. Well, the sun is quite something. All to play for these two teams. Remember that this is the penultimate game day of action. You know what penultimate game days mean? The league is still very much open as we speak. Korodu City suffering the defeat earlier. They had Valuejet Warriors, and the goal difference will matter. The head-to-head will matter. Amongst other things. Well, Kwara United, the bench passing technical and tactical instructions to the players as the game continues. Well, some will be watching with some trepidation down to next as we continue this game. And a Freetown Royal was talking about the Sudan-Nigeria match, and he says, why didn't the MPFL pick good players from these teams to play against Sudan? And there's Evans, we're still watching, says great save. Yes, we saw that save. It's a great one indeed. Evans and Igwe also talking right here. Where some people supporting Rivers and some supporting Kwara. Maybe the yellow and green of Kwara United is inviting some Brazilian fans, because I'm seeing a Brazilian flag in here and some names that look quite Brazilian. Olarinde Abdulwari is still holding on to his belief that Kwara United will defeat Rivers United. There's free kick in a promising position. What will it do? It goes with the left foot. It's a low one. Well, it's not gone past the wall. That's it. Rivers United, we need to get back on their blocks as they try to pull something for this encounter. Well, the reminder that tomorrow is final match day. Competition that started days ago was Raj who come out of his line to claim. Who is trying to look for that pass in the other channel that's passing to the space now, and they're trying to open up that space and get something done. It's a wrong channel picked. You can hear the groans from the gaffer. No. Reverse channel decisions. It picks it. The way he moves. It's sent it into the right channel now. And now he's moving on into the area. He crosses one time. But then he has to go outside the box to control. What does it do this time? Passes to his right back. Pass comes in ward. They have a chance to get something done. And they try to build something from the right side, but Kwara United are having none of it. And they will not win the throwing. Okay, the usage of channels by these teams is quite an interesting one.
Yes, quite an interesting one. One thing that I've not worked well for both teams is those final third decision. We could see Kwara United just a minute ago having a chance to go at his man or try to find the right man, but unfortunately he made the wrong pass, which was frustrating for even the coach and the bench of Kwara United. You could hear them echo that no, that was the wrong decision for him to make. And for Rivers United has also been the same. You see the attacker going down the left flank. I felt like he would have just made a low cross but went over the top, and his man, in which he finally got to pass it to someone that was also wearing the blue jersey, but unfortunately it was way out of the goalpost. So it's just been that kind of match where you could see two chances from both teams trying to score, but unfortunately when they get to the final third, they are not making the right decision.
Well, look at that again. What would we give to have a free flow of the game and not come back to frequent stoppages due to fouls and rough tackles? Look at how he's gone past him. You know, the groans again. It looks like sometimes some of those players angle for a foul. They try to look for a foul instead of, like Atinuke said, instead of looking for that good run off the ball into the box, or maybe a good chance at striking at goal. And now another foul. The umpteenth call in this game. Must be a job the referees do, blowing the wind to the whistle. Just yesterday we were talking about dead ball specialists and what they can actually make happen out of nothing. And here we are looking for someone that can deliver like a midwife. It's a good cross and controls into the hands of the defending opponents. What does the reaction look like for Rivers United? Well, it's a throwing in a dangerous position right there, and yes, the man is down on the ground. He's back on his feet now. As play will start with the throwing on the far side. Rivers United take that one quickly and we'll try to, put in the cross. It does. Oh, it's too far and out. That wasn't a good delivery right there. It was too much on the hit. Oh. We're now into the last 10 minutes of this encounter. At least for regulation time. And it's scoreless so far. Pius Ibrahim, the most tested of the two goalkeepers. And he's been tested from different angles. Rivers United have not exactly shown their quality up front, despite how to play, the positional play, their interchange. And look at that now. Is moving on the flank, it crosses, is beating under the first man. The second man, well, not doing himself any word of good, conceding a corner kick in that position. But it should be composing his control. What will they be? An in swinger. He heads just over. It's a goal kick. We could have done better on that. And Suraj Eleso takes it as fast as possible. The same man who's done quite a number of runs is set him free on that pathway. He waits again. And he helps one. It's a good take into the back of the net. What a beautiful strike. Tohib Gidado scores! Quick thinking by the goalkeeper. Look at that. He wheels away in jubilation to the delight of the fans, to the delight of his gaffer. Wow, how in the waters to pull that off. Beautiful strike, beautiful goal, Tinuke.
Well, that was a very well taken goal. It looks like he was out of ideas, maybe to pass, maybe to put it across, but he saw the position of the goalkeeper there, and he's a player who is strong with his left foot. He's a left footer, so he was able to get past his man, to get the ball back onto his strong foot, and that was the best way in which he could finish that.
Well, interesting moments. Now the game is done in its head. Kwara United will have 7 points as it stands. They were on 4 before. 5 for Rivers United before the start of the second. Now 7 for perfection. The seat atop the table. What lost Rivers United? Kivos now. I mean, you look at that run. Good thinking by Suraj Ayeleso to actually set the ball one time. He wasn't waiting for anybody. And he was street smart in that moment. But then that run, that assist, to actually see him running into that space. We have seen similar runs, albeit in different channels, but this time around it was one touch and go.
Yes, that was a very good one, and kudos to the AR because Gidado timed his run so perfectly to make sure it was onside when Suraj put the ball into the opponent's half. But that was a very good run by Gidado. Timed his run perfectly, and wow, the fact that I could hit that shot from that angle. But also, I have to say I'm disappointed with the Rivers United goalkeeper because I felt like his standing position gave it away for Gidado to put the ball in the right-hand corner of the goal. But that was a very good instinct from him to take it at first instance and give Kwara United the lead.
Oh, beautiful moments. And this is what we love to see in football. Well, now Rivers United will have to claw their way back into this game, while Kwara United flurrying forward again. What does it do now? What's it thinking of? It crosses. Goalkeeper quick off his line to catch this time around. Pius Ibrahim might have been beaten. Oh, he's not going to allow them to do it again. Once beaten, twice shy in it. Oh boy, what a game this is turning into now. Just when we thought it would be a barren draw, the game is turned on its head. And the believers in Kwara will be dancing, doing the chants of the Afonja. And look at that. he's read that well, but he's only fouled him. Well, Derek Jackson comes in just at the right time, says, let's go. Ekiti Local Boy says, see better go. Yes, that chance, you won't understand it when you are, right there in the viewing centers. That's the one from Abdul Kudus Olayinka, says, go ball, Joe. And of course, Ladipo Sheon David says, United the cook. And looks like that man right there making that foray again. Does it cross? Yes, it does. Straight into the hands of the goalkeeper, Pius Ibrahim, who wants to start a quick counter, like what Suraj did earlier on. And yes, Abdul Kudus Solaying out now with the taunts. He says, Koto fans, did you see that goal? Take it as a message for your team. Well, this game. Now, Rivers United, they look dismantled, feathers ruffled by Kwara, and now they can't dance the Kwara. Well, someone says Gidado is cooking. Well, you talk about Kwara United in the last couple of years and what they have been trying their hands at. Been going for youth. Oh, look at how they've lost the ball in that position. Oh. Floats one to the left side. It's found the man in his channel. Again, they have a chance. Good touch. Second one poor. Tries to find him on the right. He's found him. Does do with the ball. Now they, do something incredible. There is a man latching onto it. It's a strike. Inches wide, nonetheless, but it's quite tame. But is confused by someone else who was trying to run into that channel, maybe get his foot on the shot. But whatever they are trying to build, it's not looking properly orchestrated. Rivers United, just about 2 minutes left. Tinoka, do you think Rivers United can pull something back in this game?
Well, it's football. It's not over until it's over, but they will not really come out to play in the second half. I think Kwara United have had more good chances, have created more chances also to try and score, and which they did. So Kwara United will be hoping that they don't give this away, at least try and score the second goal, or Rivers United will be trying to make sure that they will get themselves back in this game.
Well, other teams watching this game with keen interest. Some of them played earlier on today. Remo Stars will be playing against Shooting Stars later on today. And it will be interesting to see how that one turns. Rivers United now have a chance to, pop something. Well, let's see if they can produce enough magic. If they can conjure enough magic to put us in the back of the net. Well, there's many as 3 players standing over this one, but it looks like Jude Aneke will be the one to take this one, while Manan Naiji, that's he had the cover neat. The lift was too out of range. Rivers United try as they can, have not been able to really trouble Suraj Alilesho that much in this game. And the kick is not one that will fill their hearts with joy. He waits for that cross. That was quite a wayward cross, if he was intended as one, that is. Goal to nothing. It's just a few minutes left in this game. And Kwara United opening into space. They must keep their heads locked on as fully as possible to ensure that they do not suffer the same fate that Shooting Stars suffered, you know, the other match day against Abia Warriors, or the one they suffered against Rivers United themselves. Well, they'll be thankful for that wayward pass gifted them. And now he's making the move thanks to a player who's injured right there. He makes the cross first time. Tries to keep it in play. And there's the runner. But then, of course, a good one right there for him. Well, 10 shots at the end of it all. And you look at the build-up. There's a man down. He's run himself to ground. He's holding his foot up. Well, the medics are attending to him now. Well, you talk about the run of games consistently happening. Coupled with getting to times with active football again, in pre-season especially. Your foot sometimes can let you down. Your leg sometimes might want to go dead. Because it's starting to get to grips with the rigors and the activities of the new season. Play continues right there with the ball from Pius Ibrahim, who will be unhappy that he was eventually beaten. Well, sometimes this is not what the gaffer wants to see. Ball hogging might win you free kicks, but I mean sometimes you need to be careful. Switches, but as the defender was read that well. Yeah, makes a wrong pass, and there's a foul. Quickly taking the free kick. Sunday Chinedu. Well, of course, at this point in time, Kwara United will be eagerly waiting for the full blast of the whistle. Waiting for the referee to signal full time in this encounter. As they keep on going. It's a floated in, but the defender well shielded, and Suraj Ali show is playing games at this point in time. Well, game is done, so they would say let's forgive him for making that kind of a run. That's a fault right there as he chased the ball. And yes, finally the answer to Jim Akani's question. Lekan Abdul Salam, well, he's already part of those who play for Shooting Stars in the stadium as we speak. As cited him earlier on. Look at the pass in the right channel. Why is chosen to move again? A huge question. Well, for Jim Ankani was asking, Shooting Stars play next against Remo Stars. They are at the bottom of the table with a solitary point to their name. That one hand against Abia Warriors yesterday morning. It came before the 3-1 loss to Rivers United. Yes, they scored first in that game. They headed from Alex Agawa. And look at that run now. Is it going to bet something for them? Can they pull strings? It crosses. It's cleared. And they go again. It's a good block on it. It's a throw in a dangerous area. And there's a substitution to be made. And it crosses again. A good header. Well, they would stop the ball. And yes, game was done, dusted. Kwara United have won, clawed their way back to the top of the league. An interesting battle that's ended in victory for the Harmony Boys. Full-time Raja in Ikene. And they will be happy at still in the victory right under the noses of Rivers United. It is Kwara United 1, Rivers United 0. The substitute, Toy Gidado, getting the goal right there.